Happy Friday, everybody, man. Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee today on this Friday episode. Listen, y'all, you already know what we're talking about today. For the first part of the show, man, Jordan Seaton, his commitment, a lot of question marks, a lot of question marks. I have a lot of things to say about it, and we're going to talk about it. So Jordan Seaton commits to Colorado. We'll talk all of the details. We'll talk about Justin Jolly. Not coming to Tennessee over the weekend now. Juice Wells is still scheduled over here for this weekend OV. But now there is another tight end emerging as a front runner to potentially be on the UT trail. There's a lot of things going on. Tennessee, huge basketball game, man, tomorrow against Illinois right there inside of TBA. Man, it's going to be a banger of a show. I love y'all. Y'all know it's time to get it going. Welcome to Chop It Up Friday. It's your boy Ruck in the building. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. This is Chop It Up Friday.
From 40, on the way, a knuckleball. He got it!
What's good, everybody, man? Welcome to this Chop It Up Friday episode of Straight Up Tennessee. It's your boy Ruck in the building. Y'all know what to do, man. It's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, man, right now so you never miss an episode. We climbing, man, slowly climbing, but the climb is what matters. We're getting to that 900 before football season ends this year. Obviously, that's going to be on January 1st, 2024, right there in Orlando, Florida at the Citrus Bowl, man. Tennessee takes on Iowa. Can we get to 900 by then? I need somebody to help me get to 900. Let's get there. Let's climb. Let's continue to work. And we'll see what happens, man. But everybody listening on Apple and Spotify, first of all, thank you so much for listening on those platforms. Those two places are honestly where we got the whole idea started. We just started posting little things, and then boom, it got us to where we are right now. And so thank you over there on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Continue to rate us 5 stars, man, and let the folks know why they need to listen to Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Guys, let's just start it off like this, man. Jordan Seaton, the 5-star offensive tackle from IMG Academy there in Florida, has committed as of yesterday on December 7th. He committed to the Colorado Buffaloes and Deion Sanders. I'm seeing a lot of Vols fans upset. I'm seeing a lot of Vols fans saying all Tennessee does is lose. All Tennessee does is drop the ball. We can't close the gap. What's wrong with our recruiting? What's wrong with our coaching staff? Nothing. The answer is nothing. Nothing is wrong. What is wrong is that the NIL portion of what college athletics has become the focal point for these kids. And more than even the kid, I think it's become the focal point for their families. And I think their families are doing whatever it takes to, and I can't say that I wouldn't do the same thing for my own, right? Like, I have to look at it as if my son was in this place and there's a lot of great schools recruiting him. Am I going to lean more on what he could make or what he will make? And I get the way that some of these parents are thinking, and I feel like that was the way Jordan Seaton's family thought about it. I think they thought through it as far as a financial standpoint, getting him set up, maybe even helping them out. You know, I don't know. I can't speak to that specifically, but I do think NIL it's proof now that NIL it's doing things far greater and far bigger than I think we all thought it was. It's already been a big thing, but when a guy like Jordan Seaton, who could have went to mega universities, decides to go to Colorado, a team that just finished 4-8, did not make a bowl game, you got to start scratching your head and say why. And it's frustrating. I think for me, I'm frustrated more that we didn't see canceling the OV was not worrisome to me until I heard 4 different schools being thrown around, right? They said Oregon was his dream school. He said Ohio State was close in the running. He said he loves the community at Tennessee. And none of this was talked about with Colorado. He went to it, but he initially deleted Colorado out of his top 5. And that is why I'm so confused as to what changed, how did it change, and so on and so forth. Right now, I think that Tennessee is still in a good spot. I think, obviously, I said earlier in the intro, Justin Jolly, the tight end from UConn, is no longer attending his official visit with Tennessee this weekend. Juice Wells still is on for his OV. There has been multiple guys continuing to just fall into the portal. One of the biggest of them being Notre Dame's tight end. And Notre Dame, obviously, they just received Sam Hartman in the portal from Wake Forest. Okay. So Sam Hartman no longer playing. It's cool. It's cool. They're going to probably get another tight end. They're going to get another quarterback. And it's going to be another transfer portal quarterback that comes in there and does things, just like Vandergrift transferred from Georgia to Kentucky. But the biggest target right now is another tight end out of Notre Dame, Holden Stays. He announces that he's hitting the portal, and I think that is who Tennessee's trying to go for. And I feel as if with the Justin Jolly thing, he had a mutual understanding that Tennessee was going to move forward. And as much of a business, in quotes, it truly is that. Tennessee has to go and get what's going to work best for them. And I think that the tight end from Notre Dame, Holden Stays, might be exactly what Tennessee is looking for. He also may have shown interest in Tennessee, and that's what halted the entire recruiting process of Jolly from UConn. Sorry, guys, I had to drink some water. But that's kind of where we stand. John Campbell announces that he's returning. I'm excited about that. I think Cooper's going to return. I think Javonte Spraggins is going to return. And so when you look at the offensive line, right, you lose Jacob Warren and McCallan Castles. I know y'all like, they're not linemen. They are tight ends. They play on the line. They act as a threat in the block and in the run game. They're part of the blocking scheme. They matter. I'm not sure Justin Jolly was going to fit in well with having to block more than he did at UConn. He would have had to done 3 times as much here in Knoxville. So I'm hoping it was just a mutual thing and that, hey, something could turn around in the recruiting process. Who knows? But as of now, Jolly's gone. And again, I just hope you return Mincy. I hope that Cooper and Spraggs and these guys decide to return, because John Campbell coming back was a big thing. And now Nico already has his left tackle locked in. Can he get his center? Can he get his right guard? Can he get his right tackle? Because if so, it's scary season next year, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a scary thing to think that Nico could potentially have this entire offensive line returning without the one person in Ollie Lane. I mean, you got to love that. You got to absolutely love that opportunity that's right in front of it. And so I think with Nico, with this whole transfer portal, with the recruiting, Nico is in a great place to excel with this offensive line that's returning. Jordan Seaton would have been a great addition to what is returning. And I think that's another reason, guys. I think you got to look at the return of John Campbell, maybe change the decision of Jordan Seaton a little bit. I don't know. I can't tell you that for sure, but it may have. And we got to take all things into account when you start talking about money and positions and wanting to play and all of that. So I don't know, man. I don't know how it feels necessarily. I mean, it was out of left field to me. I think that the decision from Seaton, cool, you're going to Colorado, but it just didn't make a lot of sense. You know, it wasn't something that was talked about highly. And kudos to him. He did a great job of hiding how close Colorado actually was in his entire recruitment. So that's that, man. Tennessee will move on, and Tennessee will be better than Colorado next year. So that is the biggest thing for me that I'm worried about. I don't care that he's gone and yada, yada, yada. Tennessee's going to be better. So that's what I'm excited about. And let's talk about this, man. One more thing about the whole Jordan Seaton situation. Him and Boo Carter were close. A lot of different messages, you know, being thrown around on Instagram on Thursday with him saying, you know what we said, you know, we locked in, fam, yada, yada, yada. It has a lot of people believing that Tennessee commit Boo Carter is going to decommit from Tennessee. And I'm just not sure that's happening. Boo's been committed for a long time. He's going to make noise here in Knoxville. What is it? What does an Instagram kind of cryptic message do to move Boo? I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see Boo Carter transitioning. I don't see him going somewhere. He liked Colorado. I don't know. I don't see him going there. I feel like he's a lock here at Tennessee, but I've also seen stranger things. So now we wait and we see what happens. But does Joe Milton opt out of the Citrus Bowl? That is what I'm still waiting to understand and know. Right now, it don't seem like he is. Seems like he's going to play. He's going to give it a full go, and, you know, he's going to be QB1. But if he does indeed opt out, what a sight it will see to see Nico, man. What a sight it will be to potentially get Nico Iamaleava his first game reps in 2024. They're at the Citrus Bowl against Iowa. So a lot of good things in the recruiting realm still coming out for Tennessee. I haven't heard of any other players right now hitting the portal. Obviously, you know, Brandon Turnage, Mo Clipper Jr., Jack Luttrell. Those handful of guys have hit the portal. We haven't seen anything else yet. So we'll keep you updated as those things develop. Tennessee basketball, man, big game tomorrow against Illinois there in Thompson Bowling Arena. There was a thing that came out about NBA's draft boards and draft prospects. Dalton Connect is actually on there. He is ranked as the number 16 prospect right now. I'm not surprised by that. I feel like Dalton is an NBA player. He only had 10 against George Mason, but he only also played 25 minutes. So he played a half and 5 minutes. He didn't have to play the whole game. He's still been in double figures all the games that he's played. He's averaging almost 20 points a game, almost 5 boards. And he's shooting almost 40% from three, man, 50% from the field. He's actually projected as the number 40th overall pick in the latest NBA draft mock. So it's stuff to look forward to for DK, man. I feel like DK obviously is our best player, best scorer. Josiah James is having a heck of a year, but tomorrow against Illinois, we will be tested. I think that it's going to be I think it's going to be one of those games where Tennessee can't come out slow against a team like Illinois, right? I think Illinois, they're still ranked in the top 25. I think they're number 24. There's a lot of things Tennessee has to do tomorrow to win this basketball game, but I think that there's a lot that they will do. Jordan Gainey's got to shoot the ball better. Jermaine Meshack needs more minutes. Jonas Adu had 17 on Tuesday. Unbelievable performance from him. But I need more. I need more of that dog mentality. Like, can you dog some people down there in the paint, Jonas? Because at the same time as you scoring 17, how many of those were jump shots? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need some of that body. Now, Tobe Awaka comes in the game in relief and does just that. And so we love that about Tobe. But what can we get out of Jonas? What kind of fierce fighting, scrappy competitiveness can we get from Jonas? Because Jonas has proven that he can play. But can Jonas prove that he can play dirty? And not in a way that's showing teams like, I'm a dirty player, but can he get dirty? Can he get physical? Can he get scrappy enough in these next few games preparing for January, man? January is when the season starts. SEC play Saturday, January 6th. You got freaking Ole Miss. You got to be at your best in January and carry it into March. People always like, be your best in March. Tennessee has been great early in the year, and then we fumble the bag. We got to start in January and carry the momentum to March, because this is a team, y'all, that is special. This is a team that can score. This is a team that can defend, and this is a team that can win a championship. Will we? Will we win a championship? That is always the question for me. I think that the poor play from Santiago Vescovi is not going to last all year. How can Santi come in and begin to hit some jumpers, things that he can do when he's sleeping at night that he hasn't been doing in the game so far? When can we get the fullness of Santiago Vescovi? I think, there was an article that VolQuest released. I don't remember when it was. I feel like it was either Wednesday or Thursday. But they basically said Rick Barnes called out Santiago Vescovi and basically told him he expects Santi, but he also said Josiah and Zakai to lead this team. So Zakai Ziegler, we know this. He's just not back. I mean, he's back, but he's sloppy right now. Santi and Josiah, Triple J is handling his business. Josiah is handling all of his business. Santiago Vescovi, I'm not so sure. He's got to continue to just get back in the flow. He's got to shoot the basketball better. I mean, sure, he only had, 13, 14 minutes against North Carolina, but it's because he wasn't playing winning basketball. Like, he wasn't doing anything to help the cause to win that basketball game. Santi's got to step it up. Like, now we need him. We need him at his best leading into January as well. If this team this team has aspirations to win a chip, there's a lot of stuff that they got to continue to work on. But right now, the biggest thing is getting your key guys playing better. Those guys being, number one, Santiago Vescovi. Number two, that's Zakai Ziegler. Number three, I think Jordan Gainey has to play better. He's not been bad per se, but he has not been the same Gainey that we saw at Michigan State, that we saw this summer overseas. Like, we need Gainey to kick it back on and continue to be consistent, shooting the basketball, defending, and not getting in foul trouble. And if I had to add a fourth person that needs to get better, and it's not even really get better to me, it's Josiah James. I need him to stay at this level. If Joe stays at this level from now to the end of the year, we're going to be talking about him getting drafted in April as well. He's going to get drafted. Sorry, I think the NBA draft is in June. My bad. But I'm sitting here thinking about the NFL draft. We're going to talk about Josiah getting drafted in June. Like, it'll happen. He's been playing great so far. His minutes have been very valuable. I think that what he's bringing in those minutes is valuable, unlike what Santi's doing right now. So biggest things I'm looking for tomorrow for Tennessee and Illinois, I'm looking to see who steps up other than DK and Triple J. I think Zakai Ziegler's got to have a great game. This has to be his kind of coming out of my slump game. And I don't think that that's scoring 20. I think, man, get you 10 points. Don't turn the basketball over. That's what I'm saying. It's seeing Santiago Vescovi just get a feel for the game again. Can the ball go through the net? That's what we need to know about Santi. Can the ball just go through the net? Because if the ball can get through the net once, twice, his confidence is already flowing. That's what I need to see. And then I need to see what happens in the rotation and how many minutes Jermon Meshack gets. He's been great with the basketball in his hands. He's been physical. He's our best defender, in my opinion. I think everything else is going to fall into its place. Gainey's been decent. Connect's been great. Jonas has been good as of late. Tobe has been good as of late. We need to see some more of the young cats too, JP and Cade Phillips. So I just want to see how Tennessee handles the first big game coming to TBA this year. We played a lot of great games on the road or at a neutral site, and now we got one coming to TBA tomorrow. So I'm looking for the Vols to get the victory, obviously, being in TBA. I don't have a score. I mean, I think Tennessee can win by 10. If they shoot the ball well, they can win by 10, 15. But I got them winning by at least five. Right there in Thompson Bowling Arena. Y'all, we'll be back next week. You already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Cook something. Get on that smoker. Your boy's on the smoker. Again, like I said, Ruck It Up Barbecue. Go follow us. Go subscribe here on YouTube. That's my second. That's kind of my hobby, super hobby channel. And so, yeah, y'all hit us up, man. We love y'all. I appreciate you. Continue to like, comment, subscribe. Man, join the channel as well. 99 cents. It's nothing. Just go ahead, join the channel, and you'll never regret it. So I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday, for a Tuesday turn-up show where we're going to dive into more of the transfer portal, talk about a couple of things that are going on in the world of Tennessee. But until then, enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday. Love y'all. And y'all know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you back next week.